Give me 1 second to set everything up. Alright, we're going to begin. So, typical breaching protocol. In a typical breach, it will consist of 3 members. A mace, and preferably 2 echoes. But if you have a ranger is fine. They'll do the same job as an echo. So, before we even go into the actual scenario, we're going to explain how a simple breach works. This is a door, correct? Let's assume we have to breach this door. What's going to happen is there's going to be 3 positions. Your breacher, your entry fragger, and your leader. So, the breacher will stand on the left side of the door. Okay? The leader will stand on the right side of the door. And your entry fragger will remain in front of the door. The entry fragger is going to say a keyword in his squad radio. Ideally, all 3 of these units are inside a squad. Otherwise, if you try to say something in the radio, rebels are going to hear you, and you don't want that to happen. So, keep everything in squad radio. And what the entry fragger is going to do is they're going to type this simple message inside their radio. Now what that does is it lets everybody know that the charge has been placed. It should sound like that. For the purpose of this educational scenario, we're going to pretend like there's a breaching charge here. Do not, I repeat, do not stand in front of the door. Okay? 2 things. The door is going to blow up and it's going to go your way. And the second thing, who do you think is going to be on the other side of that door? A rebel with a gun. And rebels like nothing more than easy targets. If you're standing still in front of a door, you are an easy target. So as soon as you place the charge, you're going to stand to the left, diagonally like this, get out of the line of sight, and the door will explode. Once the door explodes, do not immediately charge in. Okay? That is exactly what the rebels want you to do. If you immediately charge in, you're going to die. Why? Because the rebel is not dumb, okay? He knows what's going on. There's a breaching charge on that door. It makes beeps for a reason. Once the door blows up, their first response is going to be to shoot this way because they think somebody's on the other side, and that would have been correct had you not moved out of the way. So, standing out of the way lets them shoot, and they're going to waste ammo because nobody's on the other side of that door. Now that the door is blown up and you're out of the way, you can peek inside for a moment and get a visual of what you're dealing with. Okay, there's 1 rebel on the other side of this door. That should be an easy kill. So now what's going to happen is the mace, the entry fragger, who's in the squad, is going to lead the charge. Let's assume there's a rebel on the other side of this door. Another thing that rebels love is OTA who decide to charge in on their own. You are a squad, you are a team at all times. Nobody should be alone. The mace is going to enter the room and he's going to immediately rush the target. These 2 individuals who have been standing on the side of the door are about to move in as well. As soon as the mace enters the room, you cover him, but you make sure not to get in his way, okay? Friendly fire is a big thing. So as soon as the mace enters the room, he's going to charge the target. So what you need to do is when these 2 players enter the room, they are going to stand to the side so they do not shoot the mace and they can get a better visual of the rebel. Simple enough. Now, in the event that there is an LDR present or an OWC, the formation will remain the same. The only difference being the echo that is right here is going to have an LDR standing right behind him, because LDRs get access to a wonderful item called a flashbang. And when the door is blown up, they're going to take the same procedure still applies. So you take 3 seconds, peek inside, see what you're dealing with. Okay. Once you know what you're dealing with, the LDR will order the breach. Okay, he's going to order when the mace goes in. And how he's going to do this is non-verbally. What he's going to do is he's going to throw a flashbang inside the room. However, when you throw a flashbang inside the room, you have to realize rebels are not dumb. They're going to look away. So you have to use this information to your advantage. Because if you just throw the flashbang inside the room, wait for it to go off, and then go in, nothing is going to happen. You just wasted a flashbang, because the rebels, all he's going to do is just look away and look back. When the flashbang is thrown, so when it is in the air inside the room, that is when the mace must enter the room. Otherwise, it is a waste. Now the rebel is forced to look in the direction of the flashbang, because if he doesn't, the mace is going to get a free kill on him. So the idea is to apply constant pressure to the enemy so they cannot gain any sort of advantage. Easy enough, right? Okay. Now we're going to try this with live demonstration. So, before we do the scenario again, let's see if you all learn the basics. So, let's have one echo stand right here, one echo stand right here, and the mace will be in front of the door. So what does the mace do? That's exactly what he does. He says ready charges. Okay, let's pretend the breach has been set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The door is blown, the flashbang is thrown, the mace enters the room, and the echoes follow through. Perfect. Let's make sure to do it a little bit faster, okay? The flashbang went off before the mace actually entered the room. It should be the opposite. Okay, I know I'm going to be the one to throw the flashbang, that way you don't have to lower your weapon. I know that's the reason why you were delayed, was because you had to switch weapons. So for the purpose of the live exercise, I will pretend to throw the flashbang. Alright, but before we do the live exercise, look what's changed. There's a wall on this side of the room. Uh-oh. Do we panic? No, we don't panic, okay? Just because there's a wall on this side of the room and we can't get an echo to stand like this anymore, doesn't mean the protocol changes, okay? It's the same thing. The only difference is, this echo, that was supposed to be on this side of the door, but since there's a wall there, he can't, is going to stand right behind this person. So you're going to double stack on one side of the wall, just like this. Perfect. Other than that, the procedure remains the same. The mace plants the charge, he says ready charges, moves out of the way, wait 3 seconds, look what's inside. Now that you know what's inside, flashbang is thrown, mace enters the room, and so does the echoes. Okay, so we're going to perform a live exercise this time. So we're going to go through the entire scenario in one sitting. Remember, I will be the one to throw the flashbang. Once the flash is thrown, be ready to enter the room. Okay, Mace, you can start the breach whenever you're ready. You know what to do. Okay, ready charges has been set. The charge has been planted. It's going to go off. Boom, the door's been blown. We wait 3 seconds. We peer inside. Okay, we can see two enemies inside around the corner. Okay, so the mace is going to charge one of the enemies and the echoes are going to enter the room and cover him and take the second one. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Flash is in. Perfect. That was beautiful. Okay, both targets are down. Now we have another door. So we're gonna, the protocol repeats, nothing changes. Double stack on one door and we have a breacher. Okay, I don't have any more flashbangs, so we're for the purpose of this scenario, we're gonna pretend like I throw the flashbang. I'll let you know when it's thrown. Alright, breach has been set. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The door is exploded. We wait 3 seconds. We take a look. Okay, same thing. Multiple rebels inside the room. Flashbang is being thrown in 3, 2, 1. Flash is in. Good. Notice how each rebel is being attacked by an Overwatch member. This is the idea, right? When the mace is not alone, because teamwork is everything in this game, the mace is not alone, the rebels have a hard time. Why? Because each target, each one of the rebels, is being attacked by one of you. The mace charges this guy, we have an echo shooting at him, and an echo shooting at him. The idea is that no more than one rebel should be attacking an OTA member. Because if we go in one by one, all three of them are going to shoot the same target. 3 is better than 1, okay? So obviously the overwatch is going to fail. But if we all enter the room at the same time and overwhelm them with numbers, everyone can apply pressure to a different target, and it makes things a lot easier. Alright, we're going to move on to the next scenario, so follow me. Okay, in this scenario we have a different style of breach. We need to breach an area that is being fortified by the rebels and applied with constant gunfire. So how do we do this? Okay, well, first things first. We have a wall here, so we're not in immediate danger, okay? We can take a breather, we can look around. Okay, it seems they have a bunker set up. There's a couple of cover positions. So we have an option here. We can either take cover, or we can make a blitzkrieg and try and run past everything. Well, if you do either one, you're going to suffer casualties. So the main thing here is to remain calm at all times. Yes, we're going to lose squad mates, but at the end of the day, we have more numbers than they do. So it's fine. Every death is valued to the Universal Union. Alright, so we know that there's at least 3 in the bunker because we can see 3 guns peeking out the windows. So what's going to happen is, it's going to be the opposite of a breach. So instead of everybody on a different side of the door, everyone is going to be on one side of the door, aka the wall. So you all are going to stack up with 3. Ideally, the person in front should be a mace, you know, close quarters sort of division. And then the rear should be long to medium range weapons, echoes, and rangers. Okay. So, obviously, since he's in the front, he's going to call the charge. So, what the mace is going to do, he's going to say whatever word he wants to say. He can either say, you know, move in, 3, 2, 1, move in, ready weapons, any kind of signal. As long as you all know the signal beforehand, it's fine. Once he says the signal, the echoes, right, they have medium to long range weapons. One echo is going to stay here at the edge of the boundaries, usually the last person in the row. He's going to stay here and he's going to attack these targets and provide covering fire for the mace and the other frontline units to move up. The mace is going to immediately run to the nearest cover over here, the one closest to the enemies, and try and suppress as much as he can. The other echo that is behind him is going to do the same and move to this barricade right here and suppress as much as he can. The last member is going to lead the advance, right? Because these 2 people are providing covering fire for the rest of their squad to move in. So the last person who doesn't have a barricade to take cover behind is going to lead the advance, and they're going to run immediately to the flank. So just to recap, mace gets close, echo gets close, and the last person advances. While all this is going on, everyone is providing covering fire, so you should all be firing your weapons, because they are going to do the same. They're going to shoot at you. Once the person at the end of the row has reached this point, the people inside, the rebels, are going to be smart, and they're going to start backing off. Why? Because one of our Overwatch members is getting close to them and is going to immediately flank them. So, the members who were in the bunker are going to be forced to retreat and deal with this one person. But not all of them are going to retreat, so just like we just did, where one person moves up and 2 people cover, we're going to keep doing that. So once this person reaches this point, we're going to assume one of the gunners in here has backed off to deal with this echo, and that has relieved some pressure over here, enough so that this echo can start rotating to join this echo, and this mace will continue providing suppressive fire until the echo has reached this point. And now we have 2 members over here, and once the 2 are over there, then the mace himself can start rotating as well. Eventually all 3 of you will have suppressed enough fire to make it around to the other side of the bunker. Alright. Now that everything has been explained, we're going to try this for real. So we're going to stack up on the other side of the wall. We're going to visualize our targets. Okay, 3. And there's 2 barricades, so we know what to do. Suppress and advance. Suppress and advance. Whenever the leader calls the charge, you follow through. Alright, so we're going to try this again. We're going to stop here. We made a mistake. The Echo did a good job and he advanced to his appropriate spot, but once he got there, everyone froze. I hope we didn't forget what to do, right? Once he reaches that point, now this person that was right here needs to join him and get here as well. And then once that person has gotten there, the mace will rotate as well. You're all moving as one unit. So let's try this again. Alright, let me stop you here again. We made the same mistake. This person has made it to this point. What happens next? This Echo 41, should have been moving to join him, right? Then the mace starts joining as well. You're not going to stay here and fight these guys forever inside that bunker because they have the advantage. They're inside a bunker. They're hard to hit. You guys need to keep advancing. Like I said, pressure and advance, until all 3 of you have made it here. So you can flank the enemies that are inside the bunker. Because we don't want to fight them out here. We want to fight them inside their bunker, where it's easier to hit them. So let's try this one more time. Perfect. That was perfect. And now all 3 of you have made it here, so that once you get here, guess what? This is a door. What did we learn about doors? Breaching tactics. See how everything comes together? Everything has a purpose. Everything connects, right? Our breaching tactics connect to our advancing tactics, and our advancing tactics connect to our breaching tactics, so forth. Everything is interconnected, so that everyone should know what to do at all times. Yep, we do a ready charges. 3, 2, 1, the door's blown, if there was a door there. Flashbang is thrown, everyone moves in. A little bit of body blocking, but you get the idea, yeah. It's okay, this is everybody's first time. The more we practice, the better we get. But this is the general idea of how to advance into a fortified position like a bunker. Right, well, that concludes the training portion. Everyone did well. Everyone learned from their mistakes, and it doesn't matter if mistakes were made, because in a real world scenario, we'd have more than 3 people. So, if one person makes a mistake, it's not the end of the world. But you all did well, so I'm proud of you all. And that concludes this training session for today.